Hello, everyone. So today we are going to show one of our solutions as contract and revenue management system. We call it RevX, Rev for revenue, and X is basically to represent the contract side of it, because when two parties meet, there is a junction and there the contract forms. So we thoughtfully thought about this name, RevX, and we are going to demonstrate this solution to you all. So let me give you a brief introduction about the uh, overall entity structure. Is basically the top level is client. Client is nothing but an umbrella. This is just created for the reporting purpose, but actual entity starts from account level, account, and then under one account, there could be multiple contracts, right? So, and we can, that is the contract side of it. And each both account and contract has its own life cycle. So a creator can submit the contract and the approver can reject it, and then creator resubmit, approver can approve. This way thing goes for both account and contract at both levels. On the revenue side, so revenue side, we actually create the rate cards, and rate card is uh, uh, it is again, it has a similar life cycle, like it is submitted, then it is approved by the approver. And uh, once it is approved, then it is ready for use under any kind of contract. And on the revenue management side, we also have one thing, like we haven't have a contract yet with a customer. So when we are proposing a new contract, so we can suggest them a pricing model that this might be what we are going to charge you. And if they approve, then we can ingest that particular pricing model into contract. So that is there in our system. And once a contract is approved and it is executed by mapping the resources into it. And once the resources are mapped, then the financial part kicks in, and you can see the revenue that a particular contract is generating. So uh, uh, these software has, or the solution has the capability to show the BI at both the overall level as well as the individual contract level. And it also shows the trend. It also shows you the profitability in terms of both percentage as well as absolute, to give you the how your company is performing over the period of time. So let me start. So for the interest of time, I actually have created the client and account for this demonstration. I will start from the contract level. I will create contract under a particular account, which I already have created and approved. And then we will take it forward from there. And before I go, like there, I would like to talk about 4 roles that this particular solution has. Like one is contract creator, who can create the account and contract, and there is contract approver, who can reject or approve the contract or account. And there is, on the revenue management side, there is a revenue creator and revenue approver. Revenue creator can create the uh, pricing model as well as the rate card, whereas the approvers can approve those things. So I logged in as a contract creator, and I am going to create a contract and show you how it is getting approved by an approver. I will relog in as an approver to show you how it is getting approved. So I am going to contract management, and there I am going to add a new contract. So I am trying to put uh, a client name, which I already have created, as I said, and an account that I already had created. So now work order number, I have to put some meaning some number for this. So demo work order number 1. Oops, 1 is work order created for demo. Right. So effective date, say this particular work order is effective for 6 months. So let me give some date. Maybe this is effective from the January of 2023 to June of 2023. So I am choosing some date in December as the effective date for last year. Okay. 22. Maybe 30th December is the date when we created this contract or made this contract effective, but the resourcing will actually commence from 1st of January, right? So 1st of January is Sunday. So I'm taking the 2nd of January as the start date of the contract. And I am stretching it till June. End of June, my contract will end. Right? So here I can give some meaningful description. And since this contract does not have any history, this part is empty. So first I will save this contract. You will see that when the moment I will save, there will be a contract number getting generated. So you see the contract number got generated. Now I am going to the next level. So representative, these are few attributes that we need to add for the sake of tracking or auditing this contract. Like I am trying to add a name of the representative. Maybe I'm giving some name. What is the role pertinent to this particular contract? Maybe the supplier manager. And I am adding some more row. Then right. So and maybe he is the client or worker application manager, relationship manager, whatever. So we can add. So we have right now these three things, but we can add this list if we have more roles to add. And the service location, here we need to add the address from which location we are going to provide the service. For example, though it is a US work order, we are going to offshore this entire thing. So we will provide it from some Indian location where we already have the office. And client work order. So these are predefined things, but in the as many as office that we have, we can keep on adding those over in the list. And in this address, this is pertinent to the client location. So I'm giving some client location over here. And this is the escalation matrix. So this is the escalation contract we mentioned it's Scadea, but it could be for the supplier. So at say sorry, this should be the level 1. Name is okay. Let's say this is the number. Some email is there. And for on the client side, we can put some name. I'm just putting some name. Just for the interest of time, I'm trying to put whatever is coming in the draw. I mean, in the suggestion, I'm just putting in. But usually during the real contract, you have to put the meaningful names and relevant names rather. I'm saving it. So here I made some mistake. Okay. Save this. So it is saved. We can go to the next level. Next screen, there are multiple screens here. So portfolio number. These are basically the optional. So I can go to next. So since everything is empty, the save button is not coming. Once we add something, the save button will come. So I'm going next. So this is the most important thing. Here is the allocation section where we are actually going to mention how many roles we are going to engage into this particular contract. So I am choosing one contract. So I have predefined one contract before this session for the interest of the time. So contract type, say TNA, discount percentage, say for example, we are offering 10% discount to this customer, and number of positions will be automatically calculated as soon as we add people over here. So say for example, we have people in Canada and people in India, right? So I am trying to add 2 people in Canada and 2 people in India, or maybe 1 people in Canada, 1 person in Canada and 2 people in India. So this particular role, these are the available roles pertaining to this, the selected rate card, and I am selecting it. So I am just clicking add. It will be added, and I am selecting this and click add, again clicking add. So see, we have 2 roles in India and 1 in Canada, as I mentioned. So here we can mention the POC, who will be the client POC for these people. So I can give some name. Just okay. So this is the allocation sheet of our contract. So you could see that we have selected 3 resources. One is in onshore, 2 are in offshore. One of them is available and the other one is not available because we do not have that bench resource Appian developer. We only have one Appian developer bench resource. So that's why we have mentioned one as yes, one as no. And we have selected the start date and end date, and we have a validation that these date cannot go past the uh, contract end date that we have selected in the first page, which is general page, right? So these dates cannot go beyond that. So if I select something beyond, say, so 3rd of July, so end date cannot exceed 630. So there are the validations already given. So I have to select max this. So I'm still saving it. And screen. So you could see based on whatever allocation that I have put, it is already calculating the value. What is the total monetary value and what is the discounted value? You could remember that we have provided 10% discount for this particular contract, right? So it is showing that thing. It is showing that we are providing 10% discount. And so the total discounted value 285,120 is basically 90% of $316,800. So, and also it is showing for every month how much we are going to charge. So this is what is coming. Like capped milestone is basically the value before discount, and monthly true up is the basically the value after discount. So you could see the total monetary value is same as the total capped milestone, and total discounted value is equal to total monthly true-up value. Just different terminologies. So there is no way you can update anything over in this screen. Everything is read-only and everything is auto-calculated. So we can add the deliverables over here. So what we are going to deliver as part of this this journey, this contract, and then if you want to add any kind of document, you can add. Then you can do the submission. I'm putting some comment, submission comment for the demo. I'm submitting it. Okay, so deliverable details are empty or not saved. So there is a check that we have to put in the deliverable details. So we have to check what is the application name. Say I'm putting 123 application and plan project specific to each program. And key service deliverables, we can sum delivery. And cost before this is 316,800. Let's see what it brings. 285. So let me see what is the save. Let me see what was there in the financial section. 316,800, and I put the exact same value over here. And then I'm clicking save and going to the submission and submission note. Oops, no. Submitting. So you will see work order created for demo is in submitted status. So now it is read only for me as I am the creator now. So, but this will be an approver can work on this. Either he or she can reject it. If he or she rejects, then it will come back to me for the update that he might suggest. And I have to do the update and resubmit it. Then if he is or she is satisfied, he or she will approve this. So now I'm going to show you the approval portion. So I'm trying to log off from this, and I will re-log in as an approver so that I can approve that particular contract. So now I am logging in, and you will see here I am the contract approver now. Right. So now you will see in my to-do list that particular contract is coming as my action point. These are the to-do list that I have to either approve or reject things. So once I am into this, so first I have to accept this task that I am doing this. No one else, no one in that approval group can touch it. So to make sure that happens, I have to lock it, accepting the task. Now it is locked in my name. So I can check everything over here, whether everything is correct. And if I am satisfied in the submission screen, I can put some comment. Okay. And then I am approving this. So the moment it is approved, it is gone from my to-do list. So you will find that if you go to contract management, you will see this contract before it was in submitted status. Now it is in approved status. So now let me go to the revenue part of this. So I am logging off from here and I'm going into the revenue management to show you what can be done with this. So oops. Oops. Okay. Now I am in as a revenue creator. So when the contract is available with me in the revenue, I mean, when it is approved, I can map resources against it. So I can go to the revenue management and I can go to the rate card to show you that against you have seen that I have chosen one rate card, right? When I was creating that contract uh, for the demonstration of the solution. So here it is, the rate card that I was using when I was creating that contract. Now for mapping the resources against the contract, I will come here and I will go to the resource mapping. So I will, these are the existing mappings. So I will try to add new. I will create the demo account, and this is our contract, right? So now you can see these three roles are here, which we had created in the contract. Now, uh, now if we click each and every of uh, these rows, it will uh, um, it will show who all are the resources, whom I could map them with this particular the available resources that we already have in our system. So it is linked with the our HRMS system. So whatever data you will see here are coming from our HRMS system, which is I just cannot reveal the name of our HRMS system, but it can be linked with anything like PeopleSoft, uh, things like that, where you manage the HRMS. So, okay, so when I have selected this and I have selected view available resource, so I have these three available resource with whom I can map this particular role to. So let's see, I am selecting this one. This guy is in Toronto, and I'm trying to add. And the allocation I want from the same date, from the January 2nd till the end of June. And maybe my percentage allocation is 100%. And we can put any percentage here. And eventually, if you over allocate someone, it will show that this person is over allocated. So you immediately you can correct. So we have that feature. This is done. Now I want to think about this. Now available resources. So I have these two people. Okay, let me allocate that person. Add. So the date will be as same as the first one, because that is my start date of the work order. and I am putting the June end as the end date, allocating 100%. Okay, start. Then I'm going here. So if you click back here, you will see that what is my allocation. So here I have allocated this guy whose ID is 43. And for this, let's see, we already have allocated this person. So let's not choose that person. Let me choose this, because if we choose 100% allocation of this guy again, his allocation will be 200%. Eventually, he will get over allocated. So we don't want that. So let me add this person instead. And let's see the start date as the January 2nd. And the end date as something like June 30th. And percentage is 100%. Right? Now I am going to save this. Save this. And then I'm going to the next. It is saving. Save is done. I'm going to the next. Have the data been saved? Yes. Now see, against this, three resources or three roles, it is calculating how much hour per month and what is the total monetary value that we have charged again. I mean, we can charge against them. And since this is the this is April, right? So January, February, March is already passed. So it is showing it. I mean, these three. So January, February, March are basically the true values, and April, May, June are basically the forecasted values. So so this is it. Now we can this, and you will see a new this thing got created, right? New map got created. This is one thing, and we would like also to show you that we can create a pricing model from here. Like, let me show you a model. So, for example, for the same account, if I want to uh, uh, add a pricing model where we do not have any contract, say client name is demo, client account name is same, demo account one, and we are using that same rate of demo one, and discount percentage similar 10%. So it will show me that, okay, we have these available resources in that particular rate card, so we can play around with it. So say, for example, this will be an onshore only project, so only Appian developer is required. So only 3 Appian developers are required. So I can add 3 Appian developers, and we can put the POC. That's just the same way we were creating the contract, right? So, and we can put the city, and that is optional. Again, we can put the start date, end date. So let me do that first, for instance. Let me do that. Let me put it as 01, 02, 2023, because this particular rate card is valid for this period. So we cannot choose any date beyond this. Right? So this is a 1-year contract, 1-year pricing model that we are creating. So let me put December here, December, say 29th, it will be finished. So same date everywhere. Right. So there's one, source two, source three. You can put some comment if you would like, but after that, you just need to save it. Oh, okay, so you need to put the demand percentage. So 100% allocation is required for each of them. So that's why I'm putting. So it is saved. And we'll go to the next and submit. Submission. Submission note. And submitting it. It will, again, it is showing as the submitted, and it will go for approval. So an approver can approve this particular thing just the way someone approved the contract, right? So let me show you that portion as well. Now you will see, okay, see this pricing model is awaiting for the approval. So here approval can go there and see, okay, everything is correct or something is missing, then he can reject it. But before doing anything, before doing any kind of rejection or approval, he has to accept this particular task. He accepted or she accepted, then he or she will go here. Next, will for proposal. So it will go off from my uh, to-do list. And if you come to the management section in the pricing model, you will see there is an approved pricing model, the first one, which has been approved. And last but not least, I would like to show you uh, the dashboard portion of it. So this is the dashboard. First, it shows the burn report, like what is the actual burn, what is the planned burn. Usually the actual burn is less than planned burn, because if we will not have resource, there will be an unburned demand or unfulfilled demand, due to which the actual burn is not equal to the planned burn. But it won't go past the planned burn. We cannot we do not charge customer more than we actually have written in the proposal, right, or written in the contract. So that is there. And also the monetary gap and the total resource gap is also there. This means 368 hours unfulfilled resource gap is there, which could be due to the leave or could be the unallocated resources. And what that translates in terms of the dollars are showing here as well. And this is the leave impact. So after this 66,000 monetary gap, leave impact is 6,200, 6,720. So exactly 60,000 is basically due to the unfulfilled. On rate trending, I think we will see 100% bar if we choose the work order that created for our demo. Here it is showing that it is originated in December, but January, February, March, it is showing the it is showing the It is showing what is how much amount we are going to charge to customer. That is our burn rate. And the gap trending part, this is basically how much gap. If there is an unfulfilled resource, we have allocated full 100% allocation for all the positions from starting till end for those work orders. So there won't be any gap for that demonstrated work order. And for the profitability trending, how much will be our profitability? We can see. We can see what is our profitability. Revision 0. So this is our profitability percentage. This is in terms of absolute profitability. So 17,000, then 17,000, then 17,000, almost same for each and every month. And this is the billability. So if you see the resource that you have allocated, 43, right? So you will see this 43. He got 250% allocated because that particular resource was allocated to some other work order. That's why it is showing. If you click here, it will show in what all the projects that particular resource is allocated. So if that particular resource is allocated to in work order, then we cannot allocate that resource back again into a particular uh, work order. So we have to go back and change and select some other resource. And if that resource is not available or any other resource is not available, then we have to make that demand unfulfilled. So naturally, our profitability will also drop. So this is all revenue management and contract management in a nutshell. And please get back to me if you have any questions. So I would like to conclude our discussion over here for the RevX. And thank you.